Hello, my name is Andrea Lamette, and I would like to share with you an activity I used to do with my freshman modern dance class. The purpose of this exercise was to get to know my students, their prior knowledge, their subject of modern dance, but also their backgrounds and funds of knowledge, and how that may be shaped by their lived experiences, and to bridge from those lived experiences to new ways of thinking, dancing, and creating art. The activity involved a gallery walk, and some note-taking. And the essential questions that I posed were, who am I? Who are you? And what do you value most? What are you proud of? What do you need to be successful in this course? How can you contribute? And students were asked to gather artifacts and videos and photos and anything they can use to demonstrate something about themselves. The studio, my classroom, was divided into 4 different areas. It would be stage right, stage left, upstage, and center stage. And the students are asked to consider all those questions I just said before they start the activity. So stage right is dedicated to what they value most. And they plaster the wall with words and photos and leave artifacts on the shelves. They add sticky notes to their offerings to describe what they left. And I usually got loads of family photos and pet photos. And the word love came up a lot. And some kids display an artifact like a flag or an inherited item from an ancestor. Stage left is dedicated to their needs in order to feel successful in the class. So here they can be more detailed, and sometimes students leave their names off of this for anonymity. I've had responses like a little post-it note that says, I need you to be nice and patient, and others would write things like, I need you to show me more than once how to do something. And still others say things like, don't just teach to the good dancers in class. Sometimes I feel ignored. So I gathered a lot of really good information about this. It's very reflective. Upstage was for what they can contribute to our class community. And this one was a little hard for them. And we would have to do a lot of discussion before they'd start on this one. We talk about attitude, leadership, innovation, honesty, and camaraderie. And the last area, which was the most fun, was center stage. And that means it was the center of the studio space. And it was dedicated to who they are right now and what they're most proud of. Students were asked to make a video of themselves performing an original piece of dance choreography that would be 30 seconds to a minute in length. The movement should reflect who they are and what they value most. And then they're asked to explain their movement choices by connecting their self-description to the movements they chose. And I would get to see their movement styles and their physical facility. And the standard for this particular one was the California Dance Standard DA-CR1, where you explore a variety of stimuli for sourcing movement to develop an improvisational or choreographed dance study. And then they get to analyze the process and the relationship between the stimuli and the movement that they chose. First, I modeled this activity by doing it myself, and the students got to do a gallery walk and kind of discover who I am. Then they'd take notes on it, and they would get to ask me questions about each little artifact that I would leave at different areas of the classroom. And then they do it. And after they're done and everybody puts everything up around the room, then the students got to do a gallery walk and kind of get to know their classmates. And then, of course, I would do it too. At the end, we'd all sit in center stage to watch the videos that I would pull together and put all of their videos into a compilation. And I used to do this exercise live with the kids performing live, but I found that they're so used to videoing themselves that they actually feel more comfortable performing this way at the beginning of the year. I usually make a giant word cloud with the words students leave on the values wall, and then we use that word cloud to create our class norms and values that we would follow all course long. It really gets them involved. It's all about student voice at that point. And from this activity, I got to learn about family situations, about cultural values, prior dance experience, personal needs and values, pronouns, gender identities. And from that knowledge, I could choose content for the course that would align with our standards, such as musical choices, genre choices, historical figures to research, etc., and instructional methods of delivery and assessment that would connect with their interests, build on their strengths, and challenge them to grow while providing cultural relevance and academic support for each of their needs. A real customized way of teaching. In addition, students could find common ground with other students, and they're able to shape the values of the class together that would build trust and camaraderie. And so that was my activity, and it really helped inform the way I would mold the rest of the class. Thank you.